One message changed everything, and I wish I'd never opened it. I'm standing in my tiny Brooklyn apartment, the air smelling of vanilla candles and the flowers I'd picked for my wedding centerpiece, my hands trembling as I clutch my phone, my heart racing with a suspicion I can't ignore. My name's Sarah. I'm 29, a marketing coordinator who spent the last 2 years planning the perfect life with Ryan, 31, a financial analyst with a charming smile and a knack for making me feel like I'm the only woman in the world. Our apartment is a cozy mess, with wedding magazines scattered on the coffee table, my laptop open to a seating chart, and a half-empty bottle of wine from last night's planning session. I'm wearing a comfy sweater and jeans, my blonde hair in a messy bun, I'm so close to my dream day, a feeling I have, a feeling I'll lose, a feeling I'll regret. I think about Ryan, the way he'd proposed on a rooftop under the stars, the way he'd promised forever, the way I'd believed him, my we're so perfect, a lie I tell myself, a lie I cherish, a lie I'll learn. I think about the way we'd laughed over our budget, the way we'd danced in the kitchen, the way I'd thought we were unbreakable. He's my soulmate, a hope I hold, a hope I need, a hope I'll lose. My best friend, Eric, 30, a freelance photographer with a quick wit and a contagious laugh, has been my rock through it all. He's my best man, the guy who's been by my side since college, always ready with a coffee or a joke when I'm stressed. He's been over a lot lately, his I'm here to help with the wedding, a reason I hear, a reason I trust, a reason I'll regret. I think about the way he'd tease Ryan about his tie choices, the way he'd help me pick out invitations, the way I'd feel so grateful, he's like a brother, a thought I have, a thought I trust, a thought I'll regret. I think about the way he'd always been private about his dating life, the way he'd dodge questions about his love interests, the way I'd never pushed, it's his business, a respect I give, a respect I'll regret, a respect I'll pay for. I think about the way he'd linger after planning sessions, the way he'd share a beer with Ryan, the way I'd feel a strange tension, I'm imagining things, a doubt I ignore, a doubt I'll face, a doubt I'll live. It's a week before the wedding and I'm finalizing details at work, my desk cluttered with sticky notes and vendor emails, my mind buzzing with excitement and nerves. Ryan's been acting off lately, distant, distracted, always on his phone. I think about the way he'd brushed off my questions, the way he'd said, "Just work stress, babe," the way I'd believed him, he's fine, a reassurance I give myself, a reassurance I need, a reassurance I'll regret. I think about the way he'd been spending more time with Eric, the way they'd go for drinks without me, the way I'd felt left out, they're just bonding, a thought I have, a thought I trust, a thought I'll regret. I check my phone during a break, expecting a text from Ryan about the cake tasting, but instead I see a message from an unknown number. It's a photo, Ryan and Eric, kissing in what looks like a hotel lobby, their hands intertwined, their faces close. My heart stops, this can't be real, a whisper I let out, a whisper I feel, a whisper I'll live. I think about the way I'd trusted them, the way I'd planned my life around Ryan, the way I'd thought Eric was my friend, I'm such an idiot, a realization I face, a realization I dread, a realization I'll live. I leave work early, my hands shaking as I drive to the hotel in the photo, my mind racing with questions I don't want answered. I think about the way Ryan had kissed me this morning, the way he'd said, "Can't wait to marry you," the way I'd believed him, it was all a lie, a fear I feel, a fear I face, a fear I'll live. I think about the way Eric had hugged me last night, the way he'd said, "You're gonna be the best bride," the way I'd trusted him, he's been lying too, a truth I face, a truth I dread, a truth I'll live. I park outside the hotel, the air smelling of exhaust and rain, the lobby glowing through glass doors, a place where I'd hoped to plan our honeymoon, a place where I'll lose everything. I walk inside, my hands sweaty, my breath shallow. Please don't let it be true, a plea I make, a plea I need, a plea I'll lose. I see them before they see me, Ryan and Eric, sitting in a corner, laughing, planning something on a tablet, their hands brushing. I freeze, my heart breaking, they're planning a future without me, a truth I face, a truth I hate, a truth I'll live. My legs feel like jelly as I step closer to Ryan and Eric, the hotel lobby's marble floor cold under my sneakers, the air thick with the scent of jasmine air freshener and my own disbelief. I'm Sarah, 29, a woman whose world is crumbling because my fiancé, Ryan, 31, and my best friend, Eric, 30, are sitting there, planning a future that doesn't include me. Ryan's eyes widen when he sees me. His Sarah, what are you doing here? A question I hear, a question I hate, a question I'll regret hearing. Eric's face goes pale, his oh my god, Sarah, a whisper I hear, a whisper I reject, a whisper I'll never forget. I hold up my phone, the photo of them kissing glaring back at me. Might care to explain this? A demand I spit out, a demand I mean, a demand I'll regret. The lobby feels like it's closing in, the soft jazz playing in the background a cruel contrast to the chaos in my heart. I think about the way I'd trusted them, the way I'd let Eric plan our wedding photos, the way I'd believed Ryan loved me. I'm such a fool, a realization I face, a realization I dread, a realization I'll live. Ryan stands, his hands raised, his it's not what you think a lie I hear, a lie I despise, a lie I'll never forgive. Eric stays seated, his eyes on the floor, his silence louder than any excuse, his guilt written all over his face. I step closer, my voice shaking, not what I think. Are you for real? A question I scream, a question I feel, a question I'll regret asking. Ryan looks away, his we didn't mean for you to find out like this, a confession I hear, a confession I hate, a confession I'll carry. I turn to Eric, my best friend, the one who'd been there through every breakup, every bad day. You knew how much I loved him, how could you? A scream I let out, a scream I feel, a scream I'll live. He finally looks up, his I'm so sorry, Sarah, a whisper I hear, a whisper I reject, a whisper I'll never forget. I think about the way Eric had hidden his feelings, the way he'd pretended to be my friend, the way I'd never suspected. He used me, a realization I face, a realization I dread, a realization I'll live. I notice the tablet on the table, open to a travel itinerary, our honeymoon destination, the Maldives, the trip I'd saved for months to afford. My heart sinks. You're planning to go without me? A question I ask, a question I dread, a question I'll regret. Ryan's face hardens, his we're in love, Sarah. I was going to tell you after the wedding, a truth I hear, a truth I hate, a truth I'll live. I think about the way I'd imagined walking down the aisle, the way I'd pictured our life together, the way it's all a lie. They plan to humiliate me, a realization I face, a realization I dread, a realization I'll live. Eric finally speaks, his we didn't want to hurt you, a lie I hear, a lie I despise, a lie I'll never forgive. I laugh, a bitter sound, hurt me? You've destroyed me. A truth I scream, a truth I feel, a truth I'll live. I think about the way they'd sat here, laughing, while I was picking out centerpieces, the way they'd betrayed me in plain sight, the way I'd been so blind. I'll never trust again, a vow I make, a vow I mean, a vow I'll live. I grab the tablet, my hands shaking, my eyes scanning the details, flights booked for 2, a note about celebrating our new start. You were going to leave me after the wedding? A question I whisper, a question I dread, a question I'll regret. Ryan nods, his it's better this way, a statement I hear, a statement I hate, a statement I'll never forget. I throw the tablet onto the table, the crash echoing in the quiet lobby, get out of my life. A command I scream, a command I mean, a command I'll regret. Ryan tries to reach for me, his Sarah, please, a plea I hear, a plea I push away, a plea I'll ignore. I turn and walk out, my sneakers squeaking on the marble, my heart breaking with every step. They've taken everything, a truth I face, a truth I hate, a truth I'll live. I think about the wedding dress hanging in my closet, the invitations already sent, the future I'd planned. It's all gone, a pain I feel, a pain I live, a pain I'll carry. Looking back now, I see the signs I ignored, Ryan's late nights, Eric's evasiveness, the way they'd always seemed too comfortable together. I thought I was being paranoid, but I was just blind. And now, my perfect love story is nothing but a cruel betrayal. It's been 2 weeks since I caught Ryan and Eric in the hotel, and I'm curled up on my couch in our Brooklyn apartment. My apartment now, the air smelling of takeout boxes and despair, my hands clutching a throw pillow, my heart shattered into pieces I don't know how to put back together. I'm Sarah, 29, a woman whose fiancé, Ryan, 31, and best friend Eric, 30, betrayed her in the worst way possible. A betrayal that's left me questioning everything I thought I knew. The living room is a mess. with wedding invitations stacked on the coffee table, my dress still hanging in the closet, the silence a painful reminder of what I've lost. I'm wearing the same sweater I've had on for days, my blonde hair unwashed. My "I can't do this" a feeling I carry, a feeling I live, a feeling I'll regret. I think about that day, the way I'd seen them planning their getaway, the way Ryan's face had looked, the way Eric had stayed silent, my "I'll never forgive them," a vow I make, a vow I mean, a vow I'll live. I think about the way I'd screamed at them, the way I'd thrown my engagement ring at Ryan, the way I'd cried until I couldn't breathe, my "I hate them," a rage I feel, a rage I hold, a rage I'll carry. Ryan moved out that night, his "I'm sorry, Sarah" a lie I hear, a lie I reject, a lie I'll never forget. He's been staying with Eric, there we're figuring things out, a truth I hear, a truth I hate, a truth I'll live. I think about the way he'd packed his bags, the way he'd avoided my eyes, the way he'd left without a fight. My "he never loved me," a realization I face, a realization I dread, a realization I'll live. I think about the way Eric had texted me after, his "Can we talk?" A message I read, a message I ignored, a message I'll regret seeing. I think about the way I'd called my mom that night, the way I'd sobbed on the phone, the way she'd said, "You'll find someone better." My "I don't want anyone else," a pain I feel, a pain I live, a pain I'll carry. I think about the way I'd looked at our engagement photos on the wall, the way we'd smiled that day, the way I'd thought we'd be forever. My "it was all a lie," a truth I face, a truth I hate, a truth I'll live. I try to cancel the wedding, but it's a nightmare. I call the venue, my voice breaking, my "we're not getting married," a confession I make, a confession I dread, a confession I'll regret. The coordinator is kind but firm, her "you'll lose the deposit," a reality I hear, a reality I accept, a reality I'll live. I think about the way I'd saved for that venue, the way Ryan had promised to chip in, the way I'm paying for it alone, my "I trusted him with everything," a realization I face, a realization I dread, a realization I'll live. I see Eric at a coffee shop a few days later, his camera bag slung over his shoulder, his "Sarah, please let me explain," a plea I hear, a plea I reject, a plea I'll regret hearing. I want to scream at him to tell him he's a traitor, but I freeze, my "I can't face him," a fear I feel, a fear I live, a fear I'll face. I walk away, my hands trembling, my "he's one," a thought I have, a thought I hate, a thought I'll live. My friends try to rally around me, they're "you're better off without them," a comfort I hear, a comfort I don't believe, a comfort I'll regret hearing. But the loneliness creeps in, the apartment too quiet without Ryan's playlists, without Eric's bad jokes. I think about the way I'd planned our future, the way we talked about kids, the way I'd imagined growing old with Ryan. My "I'll never have that now," a loss I feel, a loss I mourn, a loss I'll carry. I scroll through social media one night, my heart sinking as I see Ryan's profile. A new photo of him and Eric at a rooftop bar, their smiles wide, their glasses raised. They're moving on, a truth I face, a truth I hate, a truth I'll live. I think about the way I'd loved them both, the way I'd thought they were my family, the way they'd thrown it all away. My "I wasn't enough," a pain I feel, a pain I live, a pain I'll carry. I call my sister, my voice shaky, my "I still love him," a confession I make, a confession I dread, a confession I'll regret. She's quiet for a moment, her "you need to let him go, Sarah," a truth I hear, a truth I reject, a truth I'll live. Every hope I cling to that maybe Ryan will come back, that maybe Eric will beg for forgiveness, slips away, replaced by a deeper despair, a darker rage, a heavier loneliness. I sit in the dark, the glow of my phone the only light. They're happy while I'm broken, a reality I face, a reality I hate, a reality I'll live. 6 months after I called off the wedding, I'm sitting at my desk in my new office, the air smelling of printer ink and coffee, my hands typing out a campaign proposal, my heart still aching but trying to move forward. I'm Sarah, 29, a woman who's lost her fiancé, Ryan, 31, and her best friend, Eric, 30, to a betrayal that's left me rebuilding from scratch. My new apartment is smaller, a studio with bare walls and a single chair by the window, a far cry from the cozy place I'd shared with Ryan. I'm wearing a blazer and slacks, my blonde hair pulled back, my "I'm trying to be okay," a feeling I carry, a feeling I live, a feeling I'll regret. I think about the past few months, the way I've thrown myself into work, the way I've avoided my old life, the the way I've been hurting, my I'll never be the same, a realization I face, a realization I dread, a realization I'll live. I think about the way I'd canceled the wedding, the way I'd lost my deposit, the way I'd had to tell everyone, I was so humiliated, a pain I felt, a pain I lived, a pain I'll carry. I hear through a coworker that Ryan and Eric are still together there. They're so happy, a rumor I hear, a rumor I hate, a rumor I'll live with. I think about the way Ryan had promised me forever, the way he'd held my hand during our engagement shoot, the way I'd believed him, it was all an act, a truth I face, a truth I hate, a truth I'll live. I think about the way Eric had been my confidant, the way he'd listened to my fears about marriage, the way he'd used them against me, he was never my friend, a realization I face, a realization I dread, a realization I'll live. I go to my mom's house for dinner one night, hoping for some normalcy, but the air is tense, the table set with her favorite china, the conversation forced. She looks at me, I saw Ryan and Eric last week, a confession I hear, a confession I dread, a confession I'll regret hearing. I freeze, my fork halfway to my mouth, you saw them? A question I ask, a question I fear, a question I'll regret. She nods, they seem good together, honey, a statement I hear, a statement I hate, a statement I'll never forget. I think about the way I'd hoped she'd be on my side, the way I'd wanted her to hate them, the way she's accepting them. I'm losing her too, a pain I feel, a pain I live, a pain I'll carry. I leave dinner early, my hands shaking as I walk to my car, I'm so alone, a reality I face, a reality I dread, a reality I'll live. I think about confronting Ryan and Eric, about telling everyone the truth, about making them pay for what they did. But then I imagine their pitying looks, the way my friends would whisper, the way I'd look desperate, they'll come out on top, a fear I feel, a fear I live, a fear I'll face. I get home, the studio dark except for the streetlight outside, my phone buzzing with a notification. It's an email, a wedding invitation from Ryan and Eric, their names in elegant script, their date set for next month. My heart stops, they're getting married? A whisper I let out, a whisper I feel, a whisper I'll live. I think about the way I'd planned our wedding, the way I'd dreamed of being Ryan's wife. The way they've taken that from me, they're living my life, a truth I face, a truth I hate, a truth I'll live. I open the invitation, my hands trembling, my eyes scanning the details. A rooftop venue, the one we'd considered for hours, a note about celebrating our love. They're rubbing it in my face, a realization I face, a realization I dread, a realization I'll live. I think about the way I still love Ryan, the way I hate myself for it, the way I can't let go, I'm so pathetic, a thought I have, a thought I feel, a thought I'll regret. I call my best friend Jenna, my voice shaky, they invited me to their wedding, a confession I make, a confession I dread, a confession I'll regret. She's quiet for a moment, don't go Sarah, it's a trap, a warning I hear, a warning I doubt, a warning I'll ignore. I think about the way I'd wanted closure, the way I'd hoped to move on, the way this invitation is pulling me back, I need to face them, a decision I make, a decision I dread, a decision I'll regret. The hope I'd clung to, that I could forget them, that I could rebuild, slips away, replaced by a deeper despair, a darker rage, a heavier longing. I sit in the dark, the invitation glowing on my screen, they're winning while I'm losing, a reality I face, a reality I hate, a reality I'll live. A year after I walked away from Ryan and Eric, I'm standing outside a rooftop venue in Manhattan, the air smelling of city lights and summer flowers, my hands clutching an invitation to their wedding, my heart pounding with a mix of rage and longing I can't shake. I'm Sarah, 29, a woman whose ex-fiancé, Ryan, 31, and former best friend, Eric, 30, have built a new life on the ashes of mine, a betrayal that's haunted me every day since. The venue glows with string lights, laughter spilling out from the open doors, a scene that should have been my wedding but is. I'm wearing a simple black dress, my blonde hair loose, I shouldn't be here, a feeling I carry, a feeling I live, a feeling I'll regret. I think about the past year, the way I've tried to move on, the way I've failed, the way I've hurt, I can't let them win, a vow I make, a vow I mean, a vow I'll regret. I think about the invitation, the way it arrived in my inbox, the way I'd stared at it for hours. They're taunting me, a realization I face, a realization I dread, a realization I'll live. I walk inside, my hands trembling, my eyes scanning the crowd. Friends we'd shared, family I once called mine, all celebrating Ryan and Eric. Ryan looks handsome in a tailored suit, his smile wide as he talks to guests. Eric's in a navy tux, his camera nowhere in sight, his laughter loud and carefree. I think about the way I'd loved them both, the way I'd planned a life with Ryan, the way Eric had been my rock, they threw it all away, a pain I feel, a pain I live, a pain I'll carry. A guest recognizes me, her Sarah, you came? A question I hear, a question I dread, a question I'll regret. I nod, my throat tight, I had to a lie I tell, a lie I feel, a lie I'll live. I see Ryan's mom, her eyes soft with pity, her, it's good to see you, a kindness I hear, a kindness I reject, a kindness I'll regret. I think about the way I'd wanted to expose them, the way I'd written a speech in my head, the way I'd imagined ruining their day, they deserve it, a thought I have, a thought I cling to, a thought I'll regret. The ceremony starts, and I stand at the back, my hands clenched, my heart racing as Ryan and Eric exchange vows. Ryan's voice is steady, his I've never been happier, a dagger I feel, a dagger I live, a dagger I'll carry. Eric's eyes shine, his you're my everything, a truth I hear, a truth I hate, a truth I'll never forget. I think about the way they'd planned to leave me after our wedding, the way Eric had used me to hide his truth, the way Ryan had let him, they're monsters, a realization I face, a realization I dread, a realization I'll live. Then, during the toasts, I hear it. A guest mentions how Eric had come out to Ryan during our engagement, how they'd found love unexpectedly. My blood boils, they're lying to everyone, a realization I face, a realization I dread, a realization I'll live. I think about the way Eric had kept his orientation a secret, the way he'd used me as a shield, the way Ryan had gone along with it. They planned it all, a truth I face, a truth I hate, a truth I'll live. I can't stay silent. I step forward during a pause, my voice shaking, I need to say something, a statement I make, a statement I dread, a statement I'll regret. The room goes quiet, all eyes on me, Ryan's face pale, Eric's jaw tight. I hold up my phone, the photo of them kissing from a year ago, they were together before our wedding. Eric used me to hide who he was, and Ryan was going to leave me after the honeymoon. The words spill out, raw and unfiltered, they need to know the truth, a decision I make, a decision I mean, a decision I'll regret. Gasps ripple through the crowd, but Ryan steps forward, his that's not true, Sarah, a lie I hear, a lie I despise, a lie I'll never forget. Eric's voice is calm, his she's just hurt, let's move on, a dismissal I hear, a dismissal I hate, a dismissal I'll live. The guests whisper, their pitying looks turning to judgment, they're turning it on me, a realization I face, a realization I dread, a realization I'll live. I think about the way I'd wanted justice, the way I'd hoped to be heard, the way I've made it worse, I played right into their hands, a truth I face, a truth I hate, a truth I'll live. I leave, the night air cold against my skin, I've lost everything, a reality I face, a reality I caused, a reality I'll live. The final twist, that they'd rewritten their story to make me the villain, cuts deeper than their betrayal ever did. It's been 3 months since I crashed Ryan and Eric's wedding, and I'm sitting in a small park near my new apartment, the air smelling of fresh-cut grass and autumn leaves, my hands wrapped around a thermos of tea, my heart still raw but starting to find a new rhythm. I'm Sarah, 29, a woman who lost her fiancé, Ryan, 31, and her best friend, Eric, 30, to a betrayal that broke me in ways I never imagined. The park is quiet, with kids playing in the distance, the bench under me worn but sturdy, a place I've come to think and breathe. I'm wearing a cozy sweater and scarf, my blonde hair tied back, I'm learning to live again, a feeling I carry, a feeling I live, a feeling I'll hold on to. I think about that night, the way I'd stood up at their wedding, the way I'd shown that photo, the way I'd thought I'd win, I was so wrong, a realization I face, a realization I dread, a realization I'll live. I think about the way the guests had looked at me, the way Ryan and Eric had spun the story, the way I'd walked out alone, I made it worse, a truth I face, a truth I hate, a truth I'll carry. After the wedding, things got harder. Friends stopped calling, you went too far, Sarah, a judgment I heard, a judgment I questioned, a judgment I'll never forget. I think about the way I'd hoped to be heard, the way I'd wanted them to see the truth, the way I'd only hurt myself, I played into their hands, a realization I face, a realization I dread, a realization I'll live. My mom tried to reach out, her "I'm worried about you," a concern I heard, a concern I pushed away, a concern I'll regret ignoring. I told her I needed space, my voice steady, my "I can't handle this right now," a decision I made, a decision I meant, a decision I'll live with. I think about the way I'd wanted her support, the way I'd felt so betrayed by her neutrality, the way I'd pushed her away too, my "I'm cutting everyone out," a pain I felt, a pain I lived, a pain I'll carry. I saw a post from Ryan and Eric last week, a photo of them on their honeymoon. My honeymoon, in the Maldives, their smiles wide, their "forever starts now" caption a dagger I felt, a dagger I lived, a dagger I'll carry. I think about the way I'd saved for that trip, the way I'd dreamed of it with Ryan, the way they're living my life, my "they don't deserve it," a thought I have, a thought I hate, a thought I'll let go. Looking back now, I see the mistakes I made. Loving Ryan too blindly, trusting Eric too deeply, letting my anger drive me to that wedding. I think about the way I'd clung to my pain, the way I'd let it define me, the way I'm trying to move past it, my "I deserve better," a realization I face, a realization I cherish, a realization I'll live. I've started therapy, my sessions a safe space to unpack the hurt, the betrayal, the love I still feel for Ryan despite everything. I think about the way I'd wanted revenge, the way I'd thought it would heal me, the way it only made things worse, my "I hurt myself most," a truth I face, a truth I accept, a truth I'll live. I've taken up running, my sneakers pounding the pavement each morning, my breath steadying with every step, a small way to reclaim my strength. I think about the way I'd planned my life around Ryan, the way I'd thought he was my future, the way I'm learning to build a new one, my "I can be enough on my own," a truth I face, a truth I embrace, a truth I'll live. I still hear whispers about Ryan and Eric, their perfect love story, a narrative I know is built on lies, but I'm done trying to fight it. I think about the way I'd wanted everyone to see the truth, the way I'd lost sight of my own healing, the way I'm focusing on me now, my "I'm worth more than their story," a realization I face, a realization I cherish, a realization I'll live. I've started reconnecting with Jenna, my friend who warned me not to go, her "I'm here for you," a comfort I hear, a comfort I need, a comfort I'll hold on to. I think about the way I'd pushed people away, the way I'd thought I was better alone, the way I'm learning to let them back in, my "I don't have to do this alone," a truth I face, a truth I embrace, a truth I'll live. Some lessons cost you everything you thought was secure, and I've learned that love needs honesty, not just trust. I thought I was fighting for justice at their wedding, but I ended up fighting myself. I sip my tea, the park fading into dusk, the future uncertain but mine to shape, my story unfinished but my pain real, my growth real, my hope real.